my total returns is about 4,500, and it's been 1 week. Right now, everything that I'm recording is on March 15th, just for transparency. Hey guys, so this is my Robinhood page, and you can see this is Square stock right now. We're looking at the daily time frame right here, and it's at about almost 250. But if we pull back to the weekly chart, at least on Robinhood, it's not a real weekly chart, but the weekly time frame, we can see that it was at around 214. And if we go to the monthly, it actually dipped down to 201. So there was this time period here where it was at almost at 280 in the 270s, and then we kind of had a big pullback on the market. SPY was down big, and I showed you guys on Thinkorswim. At around this point, and even here, is where I started buying some options contracts, as well as around here. And I'll show you my history so you guys can see the 230 calls that I started averaging down on and selling those. Now we basically see that, in the past week it's been up 16%, and as you can see right around here, my total returns is about 4,500, and it's been 1 week. And I actually sold a couple of other contracts. I had about 5 contracts total, and I sold most of them just to be safe and take my profits. And I'm actually going to sell one of these because I think we might see a pullback soon. Cool, so I'm going to sell the 215 call, and we're going to go to sell to close. I'll probably go slightly below the mean price. So we'll go like 38.25. And there we go. One contract sold. So I just made a good amount of profit. So look at that already. This is gonna hit 250 most likely. And like I said, it's probably gonna hit 250, and already we're up another $133 from the first moment that I was showing you guys. Very important. Anybody telling you that they know how a stock is going to behave or what the market's going to do on any given day or time, they are lying to you. I will tell you that right now. The only thing that people can do is have an educated guess, or they can have, a slightly higher probability of being right due to divergence and confluence and a certain other, series of indicators and fundamentals. But even if earnings reports were good and news was good and indicators are all saying one thing, the stock could completely ignore that and do something else. The only reason indicators work is because everybody is aligned, everybody agrees to what they mean. But they don't always behave that way. Wow, we are getting a nice run up here. I'm going to refresh. The same way that you can make a lot of money using options, you can also lose a lot of money using options. Options are not something to play around with or take lightly. Options trading is the most risky form of trading you can do in the stock market. It is the most risky form of trading, and I would not advise it for beginners. I will continue to cover more beginner content for you guys, and I will continue to give you guys a foundation for safe ways to trade, safe ways to make money, until we get more and more technical and more complex to talk about options trading. But I want to get the beginners and the inexperienced people up to speed and up to knowledge so that we can get everybody to a point where they understand how to manage their money and take, calculated risk. And then if they want to dabble in low risk options plays, we can do that. Definitely, if you're interested in talking more about trading, I have a Discord channel and Discord group where sometimes I'll signal my plays and some of the other people in the group will signal their plays. A couple of people have been happy with some of my options trades and options picks. So definitely consider joining if you want to get in on the conversation and learn more. So here we have on the Thinkorswim app, this is the chart for Square, the daily chart. And I just want to talk a little bit about my play and what influenced my decisions. I know there's a lot of lines and, graphs and everything like that, but don't be too intimidated by this. I'm going to just make it very simple. The only thing that you have to look at right now is this section right here that says RSI. Basically, it's a line graph that stands for the Relative Strength Index. And what this line graph will indicate is basically saying if a stock is oversold or if it is overbought, meaning that there's a lot of buyers or a lot of sellers. When it kind of hit the peak right here, when you see this red part of the line right here, you notice that Square dipped down right afterwards, right? So if I scroll on the chart itself, you'll notice that it was at 280, the 270s, the 260s, right? And then as it dips down, the price also follows, right? So right when it hit this point, which was about a 32, anything under 30 on the RSI indicator is considered oversold, and anything above 70 is considered overbought. So generally when good companies are oversold, not in all cases, but generally when they're extremely oversold or close to 30, you can kind of bet that they're going to bounce back. This RSI usually wants to bounce in between these two lines, with some exceptions of it poking above or poking below, but once it does, usually it will retrace and come back to the middle. Once it hit this low right here, I knew that the RSI was pretty low. Square was probably going to bounce back shortly after this point. So this is when I entered a lot of my calls, right? I was entering some of them here and some of them lost value. That's why you'll see that I have some 230 calls. And don't worry if you don't understand what this stuff means. I'm going to explain everything in future videos. For those of you guys who do understand, I just want to explain how I chose this Square play. So once it got to the low, I figured it would have bounced back. And it definitely did. We actually closed the day at 251 today. Yeah, so this was basically just an RSI play as well as a SPY reversal play off of the 200 EMA indicator. But I don't want to get too much into technicals right now because I haven't built up the language or information on my channel. But I do want to just show that there was some logic to choosing this play. There was a huge sell-off in the tech sector. Apple, Square, the EV sector, NIO, Tesla, everything was down for the past 3 weeks. A lot of people thought that the market was this was the crash, right? There's a big crash that everyone's talking about. I figured we were getting more stimulus money, so I don't think the crash is going to be just yet. But I think after all forms of stimulus or economic aid runs out or there are no more plans for it, I think that there will be a large correction in the market. So I'm actually staying a little bit more liquid until that happens to then invest more once there's a huge correction. Basically, I took a lot of profit along the way while Square has been bouncing up. I bought a 1065 call and sold at 1830. So that's, about $700 profit. So one of the big winners today is this $215 call, which was 3 contracts for 4,000, about 4,300. So if we divide by 3, $1,430 per contract. So if we check out when I sold these 215s, I sold one for almost $2,000, right? So that's about a $500-600 profit. And then I sold another one for 3,800, right? So looking at the average that I bought it for, this is pretty good profit. Had I just held all the contracts, I would have made a lot more, obviously, but I like to sell as the contracts rise in value. I don't like to be greedy. I don't like to hold all until the end. Obviously you can do that, but there's a chance that the trend can reverse on you and then you'll lose all the value, right? So I like to leave some runners, maybe sell half for profit and then leave a small amount of contracts left. just like I did today. I trimmed one off today, and I have the one left over. If we look at the rest of Square, again, remember this was 540 earlier, and now it's about 622. We made about another $100. So yeah, guys, I just wanted to show you guys this because I felt like it was relevant to this week, and there was a big sell-off. Everybody was panicking, but I saw it as an opportunity to buy in more into good companies that have room to grow. And just to kind of show a little bit of what I'm doing with regards to options trading. Again, this is very risky. Do not do options if you don't know what you're doing, especially as a beginner. I'd be happy to continue making content like this and educating you guys. I will be continuing with my normal educational content and moving forward through these topics until we get to options trading and swing trades and scalps and all that. So definitely, if you guys enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed the transparency, please give it a thumbs up. I'd greatly appreciate that. And consider joining our Discord group currently. If you just want to be around people that are talking about the market, talking about their trades as they're making them, it's a good community to be in at the moment. Everybody's very helpful and educational in there. I think it's a good place to begin your journey. And yeah, consider subscribing if you want more content like this. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it so much, and I will see you all next time.